brought that tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Lebt er noch oder was?
As he was.
Nice.
I was just a bit faster.
Wie immer.
And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him.
Holy shit.
Those were his
Das
last
Blut ist so
words.
Borderlands-mäßig. Fokus, Schnelligkeit, EP-Bonus. Ja, okay, war gut. Hast du nie ein Nugget aufgenommen, obwohl ich nie eins gesehen habe?
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kinda glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Jesse James.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both.
Jesse James hatte sogar noch Style mit dem Bart.
That's one hell of a payday.
Der Tod reitet an die Stelle an der Hengst. Oh ja.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train.
Das ging geil.
Bullets were flying.
Gut, Jungfern. Haha!
But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Ja, damit hast du nicht gerechnet, dass ich da durchschießen kann, oder? Weiß ja nie, wie viele da noch stehen.
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
Natürlich. Natürlich.
They hopped a freight train, having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
Das war geil. Ja, ich sollte in die andere Richtung.
The James
Nicht
Younger gang
runterrennen.
was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head. Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 bugs before I reached
James
that.
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again.
I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down?
Hauptsache nietet der Typ eigentlich alles um, was irgendwie im Wilden Westen da ist. Final Billy the Kid, Jesse James killt einfach alles. Headshot wäre vielleicht noch nicht so schlecht. So, jetzt nachladen und wieder reingehen und Feuer drauf machen. Jetzt.
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks. I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you.
I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Oh, you
Aber jetzt sind wir doch den gleichen Wagen,
Story
oder was?
makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But
bar.
you seriously think that
Ja, wir
man
hängen gerade in der
was
Schleife.
with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Star? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some bitch saw me and shouted out, "It's a damn painter!"
Jetzt haben wir gerade einmal gegen das fucking Metall geschossen.
Now, I never worked for that liming cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards
Schon wieder?
firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother.
Stirb, du
It was
Vollidiot.
no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Ja, komm, gib mir die Shotgun.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember.
I bet you are.
Alter, wie geil die wegfliegen. Yeah! Ist ja Bombe. Und jetzt? Da hoch. Da komm, schneller. Bam. Das ist die Shotgun echt perfekt, wenn man treffen will. Ja. Da geht der Schuss natürlich nicht durch. Wie geil die nach hinten fliegt, ist das Bombe, ey.
I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up
Der
with
kann
a
doch das hier
creative
bestimmt
way
so
to make
schießen,
my
die
way
Ketten
forward.
oder so.
I wondered if I was ever gonna find the front of that train. Or the bastard I was after. Jesse hired a damn army after Northfield. Guess he didn't want to be outgunned like that ever again. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you
Gatlinger.
run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Also guck mal, die Löcher, die sind
Jack, you're messing with the flow of the story here.
ja am Ausrüsten. Holy shit. Ne, ich behalte mal den 6 Schüsse. Ja, komm, kann man sich auch wieder mal geben. Ach nee, Schnellschüsse. Ja, 6 Schüsse, die wollte ich haben. Ranger macht schon mehr Damage. Muss ich zugeben. Ja, Ranger knallt wirklich mehr. Und wir machen das jetzt so. Ui. Ja, erstmal einen kompletten Zug zerlegen. Ja, Alter, wir hauen die Kisten ja weg wie nix. Ich glaube, ich schieße noch eine Runde weiter. Nachdem ich echt alles zerlegen kann. Also alles zerlegen, die Kisten hier halt. Das mache ich jetzt auch. Schießt doch noch so ein Typ. Lol, haben wir dann doch den Wagen gekillt.
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself.
Hey, sie ist wirklich. Ohne das Tuning ist sie schwach. Gibt's nie. Ja. Schnellste Schütze, schnelles Ziel. Das ist geil.
Sure were a lot of men
Dip, dip,
determined to die
potato, chip,
that
dip,
day.
dip, potatoes. Oh, Whisky. Kommt Öl auf die Fresse. Toll. Ja, tun wir jetzt leid, mein Junge. Explosives. Wo denn?
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train.
Alter Junge.
I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
Also hängt jetzt in der Kiste?
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah. Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you.
Ich glaube, das ist ein guter Wert, den wir haben. Kommt sie, mein Junge.
Yeah, Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head.
Hüfte geschossen.
That bastard
Also über
slipped
die
away
Hüfte.
again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to whip my
Ist
whip.
schon geil, wie eigentlich die Geschichte erzählt im Game. Dass sich auch immer alles verändert. Aber ich glaube ihm da auch nicht alles.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch, Jim. I followed
wieder
those
diese
bastards
scheiß
into the high
Schnellschüsse.
mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide
Sag einfach
out
wohl,
from
was
the
sieht so scheiße
authorities.
aus.